Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. I pray that all is well and everyone is in the best of health and spirits. It is your sister, Denise Renee Muhammad, and my brother, Sean Ali of Supreme Health and Fitness. Thank you all for tuning in. Today, we're coming on for our Saturday edition, our self care Saturday edition of the Health and Wellness Power Hour. And our topic today: how and why fasting is the cure, the science of how to eat to live. That's one of our favorite topics, right? So, yes,
Yeah.
sir, there it is: how to eat to live. Brother Sean, how are you today?
All praises due to Allah, man. I'm alive, well, and on my way to staying in my heaven.
That's right. Sit yourself in heaven at once.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, sir.
yes.
You looking good today, looking 16 over there.
Hmm. Yes.
Let's
How to
get
eat to
into
how to eat to
how to
live.
eat to
This is
live.
what we and family. Oh, you hear me, sis?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you all for tuning in. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, we bear witness that there is no God but Allah, who appeared in the divine person of Master Farad Muhammad. We bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is exalted Christ, the Messiah, the last messenger. And we could not thank them enough for leading for us. I know me and Sister Denise,
That's right.
we would not know them too if it was not for man, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Man, so we in those three mighty great names greet you, we love you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum
Hey,
salam.
look, this is the spirit that your brother is in, because we get to, like you said, we get to talk about one of our favorite subjects, which is how to eat to live.
Right.
And it's not just our favorite because we studied it, it's our favorite because we applied it. So when y'all in the comments and you telling Sister Denise she glowing and she beautiful,
You're
it's
right.
some DNA. Yes, we thank Allah for the mother and father, but she practices how to eat the live. So
Absolutely.
if you see your brother full of energy and life and you think, and I'm young looking, I'm practicing how to eat. We want to be witness bearers to
Absolutely.
this right here, because this is not magical, it's science. So look, listen, fasting the cure, how and why. So when we look at our basic common denominator of what we are basically cells, right? So when we're looking at this, there are three ways that a cell can die. You got apoptosis, autophagy, and you got necrosis. Now, out of this and this are natural. This is unnatural. And we want to show this and we want to connect this to how to eat to live, because in here, and I want to start with this particular passage, if you will. One second, sis.
Yes, sir.
Because I got so many pages marked
I
out in this
know it's
book.
like
It's like
so many
it's
tabs and stuff that hit you. You have to go back.
this is going into chapter 11, the key to better health, right? And this is the foundation of Supreme Health and Fitness by Sean, my business. It says, we make ourselves sick. Do not think that sickness is something that just comes by itself, regardless to how we live. It is the way we live that makes us sick. So this is, and you always hear me talk about lifestyle, right?
Right.
That we are only as healthy as our lifestyle, and we can only live as long as our lifestyle supports life. So the condition of apoptosis is programmed death. Right? This is programmed death. So you hear homeostasis, you hear balance and all of this. So your body will take account of all of the cells inside of it, right? So we're looking at cells. So your body will take account of all of the cells inside of you. This is what Allah God put together. So in this inventory, if it detects a weak, cancerous, or virus infected cell, it programs its death.
Wow.
Apoptosis is a natural element or a current that God put in us to keep us healthy, strong, and to make us perfect. So listen, your body, when it goes through homeostasis to become balanced, it will take an inventory of the cells inside of you. If it senses a weak, damaged, cancerous, virus-infected cell, it will go through programmed death of that cell. It will take that cell and say, this is the cell. It will break it down into little bitty parts, and you will go in your veins, because that's where the waste is removed, is in your veins.
Right.
So so when apoptosis breaks that cell down, your body can get rid of it, right? And it's being secreted out of you. Autophagy is 2 words. I'm sorry. It's 2 words. And y'all gotta excuse my excitement. Man, this is what happens when you're living. When you're living, your metabolism is high. These cells are in motion. So you got autophagy. Autophagy is made of 2 words. Auto, self. Phagy is eat. So it's literally self-eat. It's almost the same concept as apoptosis. The difference is we create autophagy. Now, how do you create autophagy? It's 2 main ways. You exercise and you fast. Woo, listen! If you go and you do exercise and you create that empty, or you use energy and you create in your muscles and you do that weightlift, you make those muscles hungry, right? And if you don't put food in you, your body will turn to other elements in you and it will self-heal, because it's going to maintain its energy. It's gotta get that energy, right? So when you exercise, you cause autophagy. When you fast, you cause autophagy. And in here, I want to go real quick, because the messenger gives us on fasting. He says, fast. It cleans the impurities out of the blood and causes the body to eliminate the poison stored in it from previous meals, sometimes from previous meals of many years, as the folds in our intestines can carry particles of food for a long time and hold strength enough in them to keep us alive for 2 months. Listen, so when we are looking at fasting is the cure, look, we have apoptosis, which is a natural programmed death from God. Right? So we interfere with apoptosis by eating too much, lack of exercise, right? These impede and impair apoptosis, because if you got a virus infected cell, your body is supposed to get rid of it. We're dealing with COVID-19. Please do your homework on apoptosis. Please, because we are dealing with a virus right now that can infect us. God gave us a natural programmed death cancer and virus infected cells. So why does cancer and virus infected cells get through? Because we're not living our lifestyle. We don't exercise. So when you look at autophagy, this is something that God gave us that we can do. So we can clean up the body.
Teach.
Right? So if listen now.
That's good.
This is 3 ways cells die. We're made of cells. So I want to show you that when he said fasting is our cure, that you can take all of those pills and put them in a billion bottles, and we will still die from the same things. Our lifestyle is those things. So you can treat the moment, but it's your lifestyle that will determine how long you live.
Right.
And since we are made of cells, it's only 3 ways a cell dies. 2 of them is made to keep you alive. So apoptosis and autophagy is made to cleanse the body, to perfect the body, to make the body balanced. So when we fast, we allow that body to go, and it will do like apoptosis. It will find weak, cancer, virus infected, imperfect cells, and it will break them down. And it will take that cell, which is a cell, and it will break it down into little bitty parts. So your body small enough to be excreted through your veins and out your body.
Wow.
Now we got necrosis. Listen now, the 3rd way is necrosis. This is an unprogrammed cellular death. Your body did not know this cell was going to die. It did not want that cell to die. So when this cell dies, it's an unprogrammed death. So now with necrosis, because this is something we are all living with. This is unprogrammed cellular death. So when that cell from necrosis dies, instead of breaking down into little bitty pieces, it breaks down into big chunks. Now, what does this do? These chunks cause your body to create inflammation. Look up inflammation and look up one of the main causes of it. It's necrosis. Unprogrammed cellular death. Because now these are considered a virus, a pathogen, right? So these, now your body, because your body didn't program. Your cells aren't supposed to die unless it goes through apoptosis.
Right.
Right. So now what causes necrosis? Toxins. Listen, injury. Right. So in How to Eat to Live, because this is what we are talking about. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, thousands of minor ailments disappear from us by eating the proper food and at the proper time, 1 meal a day. Now, and why is this? Because in this, he tells us that he tells us that all of the food that we eat has poison. So what we do is we eat once in a 24-hour period to allow that poison to get out of it. So when you look up toxins as a cause of necrosis, toxins is poison. So when you eat these poisonous foods, they create these toxins that will kill a cell, right? So now, when you're looking at the body, sis, listen to me, because you got the human body, right? So we want to look at the causes of death. So when you're eating these toxins, you got your mouth, cavities, gingivitis, Look, all of this is from necrosis, cellular
Right.
death. You swallow it. You get it. You have an esophagus. Your esophagus, right? That's there. You get in that inflamed esophagus. You got GERD. That what is it? GERD, when you
GERD.
regurgitate.
Yes.
That acid reflux.
Yeah. Right.
Listen, all of these are necrosis, inflammation, because the food you are eating, the soda you are drinking, that juice, is causing those cells to die because they are toxic. It's poison in it. So this is the pathway to your stomach. So now you get in your stomach. You got all kind of stomach irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, right? You got gas, all kind of gas, right? All kind of stomach ailments that goes
Right.
to your intestines, to cancer of mouth, throat, stomach, intestines, colon. Cancer. Remember, apoptosis is supposed to find cancerous cells and
Right.
kill them. But when we don't eat to live and we don't exercise, the body is out of whack. So now these necrosis, these necrotic cells, these dead cells that your body can't get rid of, is causing inflammation. Listen.
Come on, Brother Sean. You breaking it down.
So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us in this verse. Look, these books are that big, man. One book, 2
Exactly.
books. And he gives us the formula. So when he says fasting is the cure, when we don't put ourselves in that condition of God created us perfect. He created this human body perfect. What we do with it may be imperfect.
Right.
But the programs of it is designed to keep us here for as long as we want. Because, like I
Absolutely.
said, apoptosis, autophagy is what an autophagy is stress. It's putting your body under stress to cause it to eat itself. We do that with exercise and with fasting, right? That's the two healthiest ways to cause autophagy. So if you got COVID-19, listen to me. If you got HIV, if you got cancer, if you got lupus, if you got sickle cell, a sick cell, your body is supposed to get rid of sick, weak cells. That means you have rendered apoptosis powerless inside of you. So now
Wow.
you only got 2 other avenues, autophagy and the
And how have we rendered that, Brother Sean?
by not
Say that again.
exercising
Not exercising.
and by eating too much. Because toxins, we introduce toxins and poisons cellular through the food. And look at soda.
Right.
Okay, look. Number one way, you got a soda. They use CO2 to carbonize the soda to make the bubbles, right? So in your arteries, whenever you eat something, it's dispersed through your arteries. Whenever the waste comes back from the veins, right? So when you breathe oxygen, you got O2 going through your arteries, and you got CO2 coming back through your veins. When you
Right.
drink soda, in order for the material of the soda to be dispersed through your body, it goes through your arteries. So now you got CO2 in your arteries.
Wow.
Listen,
Wow.
so now your body, instead of spreading oxygen to your cells, you are spreading CO2. When in school, Smokey the Bear comes and he says, when you see smoke, CO2, you
Stop,
stop,
drop, and
drop,
roll.
and roll. You don't eat it, you don't drink it, you don't breathe.
Right.
So we're
Wow.
looking at This is all under necrosis, unprogrammed cellular death. So when you drink and eat this stuff, it's not that the food is causing inflammation. That food is killing cells. And when those cells, they say they improve. Listen, they say necrosis causes, hit the cell. It causes the cell to boom. And these parts break apart. And your body go in it.
Wow.
Listen.
Amazing.
So when we are looking, and people will hear me, in my business talk about these medications. It's not that I have anything against the doctor. Listen to me. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad talked about doctors. My reference for doctors comes from right here. It's not a personal, it's right here. Listen, this is what he said. He said right here. This is page 83, book 2, How to Eat the
Book 2. Okay.
We cannot blame doctors for commercializing on us after they have studied for their professions, for it makes them anxious to benefit from their profession. So when you see these doctors pushing they tell you, I got a solution, I got a cure. Your body already got a cure. Apoptosis is supposed to get rid of cancerous virus infected cells. So if your body can't get rid of these things, it's not something in a bottle, in a box, or a bag. It is your lifestyle. You need to get up and exercise, move something.
Right.
You need to eat to live.
And fast.
It says this touches on both of us. I wanna include this real quick because this touches both of us. Look, this is dealing with fasting because a lot of us we exercise. A lot of us eat properly, and we still have an imbalance.
Right.
Right. Okay. We address that. Look, all praises due to page 49. Book 2, How to Eat the Live. He says fasting takes away evil desires. Fasting takes from us filthy desires. Fasting takes from us the desire to do evil against self and our brothers and sisters. We are created of the material of goodness. Therefore, good belongs to us. And it should not be hard for us to turn our own selves in which we were created good. So let's look. It says, my favorite word.
What's that?
Psychosomatic disorder.
Right.
Listen, because psych is mind, soma is body. Right? So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us our brains are made to think, right? And he said, it's good as our nature, so it should be easy for us to turn back to our own, which is good. So psychosomatic disorder is meaning, fear, anger, lust, jealousy, envy. Anxiety. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm trying to hurry up and write them, y'all. So, all of these things that he says fasting takes away these filthy, evil, low desires for us to want to hurt ourselves and our brothers and sisters.
Right.
So look, if you don't want to hurt your brother and sister, but you have fear, you have anger, you have anxiety, you are hurting yourself because these cause psychosomatic disorder, and you literally make your body sick. And you go to the doctors. Listen, you go to the doctors. This is how deep it is with psychosomatic disorder. You go to the doctors, they do the blood test, MRI, EKG, ECG, and they say, hey, They come back. They say there's nothing wrong with it. Everything is good. And you sit there, I know there's something wrong with me. Man, I know I don't feel good. I know it's something wrong with me. Yes. Psychosomatic disorder. Our thoughts, our emotions literally make us sick. So when we looking at fasting is the cure, because it's a two-part process. And he even says that some people will say they don't have success, but it ain't because they're not following this or this ain't right. It's because of the mindset.
Thoughts.
Sis,
Yes.
let's say, okay, this is what I love about what you, one of the things that I love about what you do, right? I'm sitting there, I'm eating right, I'm moving something, I'm exercising, but I can't get rid of this group of low emotion. A cheat day. Look, that cheat day. Oh man, I can't get rid of my cheat day.
What?
Right? What you cheating on? You cheating on your life.
Cheating on yourself. Right?
That's that desire to hurt myself or my brothers and sisters. This is what.
Absolutely.
So, sis, I can't. What can I do? Please help.
What you can do is you can get some. This is grapefruit essential oil. Just take the top off. Inhale, and it's citrusy, so it has that, it's going to uplift your spirits. It's going to give you that mental clarity. It's going to help you fight those cravings. You might be having a hunger pang or a sugar craving. It helps you with that just by inhaling within 22 seconds.
Wow.
And that's it.
Wow.
Another one, rosemary. Rosemary is great for cognitive function, to clear that brain fog, give you that mental clarity. So those two, powerful.
Family, when y'all see how COVID-19 and other things can disrupt bodily functions, right? These have the opposite effect. They help to enhance, not necessarily improve, but enhance, even improve. Because if we need repair, they also have reparative properties, right?
Exactly.
So when we look, these are molecules, man. So when you got molecules, when they get into your body, okay, listen, when you see something, you're not looking at what you think you're looking at. You're looking at atoms interacting, but when that enters into our opticals, right, we interpret it. We take what we see and we interpret it and we label it. This is boom. When you hear something,
right,
what we think we hear is just energy and motion. So when it hits that eardrum is reinterpreting that energy, and we will either like it or we don't. That's irritating.
Right.
Oh, that's beautiful. Same thing with the sight. We don't like what we see. Oh, that's beautiful, right? So when we looking at aromatherapy, when you smell these molecules and they get into your olfactory senses, the olfactory nerves take those molecules apart. And it transfers, because when things get inside of us, our body digests. That's what it calls the catabolic state. It takes whatever you put inside you, it takes it apart. It has to, so it can use it. So when you take these molecules in and your olfactory nerves and those senses, they're taken apart. So you got molecules molecules, you got energy, electrical energy, and you got the chemical energy, which is from the matter. So when these molecules enter into your nerves, get the electrical energy. That's instantaneous. Boom.
Right.
And the chemicals, they are small enough to cross over the blood-brain
Barrier.
right? So now you can get, listen, when you smell the grapefruit, when you smell the rosemary, your body takes it apart. That electrical energy, that's your nervous system. Instantaneous. Woo! That chemical energy, it can travel. It's small enough to cross into that blood-brain barrier. Well, now it can assist in repairing, rejuvenating, enhancing your brain. See,
That's right.
the electricity,
beautiful explanation.
that's instantaneous. You smell it. Oh, man.
Right.
So, and as you're smelling it, and that's got your attention, the chemicals going to work.
Doing what it needs to do. That's right.
You're not
beautiful explanation.
You're not eating nothing. You're not drinking nothing. You're smelling it.
Right, you're smelling it.
Can you, because I'm a little slow. Demonstrate that for me one more time. Please.
Look, just this simple. Take the top off.
Wow.
Man. Wow. Smells so
seconds.
good. 22 seconds. Goes to that satiety. Yes. That is that simple. It's not difficult.
When we looking, and I want to touch on that before we close, that satiety. This is important. When you look at that satiety part of your brain, that's the root word for satisfaction. I can't get no ow. Y'all heard me.
Oh yeah.
Listen, that satiety. How many of us, if we be real right now, see, when you're looking at fight or flight or control of our bodies and our appetite, that satiety portion of our brain is very important, because when you're not satisfied, when you're not happy, you're looking at psychosomatic disorder.
Right.
Because you see, when that satiety isn't activated, when you're not satisfied, you don't use words like I'm peaceful, I'm happy, I'm content.
Right.
You use words like, why y'all hating on me? Yeah, see, you looking
Stop
for haters.
hating, right?
You're not looking for love. You tuned in there because you're not satisfied. But
right.
Here in America, that's easy. Listen, that's easy, right? That's easy. So when you got something that you can literally show them let's see how small it is. Let's show us how small the bottle is. That's a 15 milliliter, or what size bottle is that?
Can you hear me? 5 milliliter. 5 milliliter.
Oh my gosh.
That's just 5. That's the small one.
You mean? No, playing. Come on, the audience. For those this is powerful. I'm a believer. Sister Denise made me a believer in something that I already had studied but didn't even believe. So she made me pick up the book on aromatherapy and take a second look at something that I already had studied, but I just didn't get.
Right. Because not too many of us are talking about it.
because we are amazed at these doctors. That's why in here, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad talks about doctors. And he tells us we can't blame the doctors for commercializing on us. You can't get mad at Dr. Fauci or any black doctor because you got black doctors. He says that the doctors know that how to eat to live is the best policy because the doctor practices how to eat.
Right. And they call it intermittent fasting instead of 1 meal a day.
See? So, being Sister Denise, not just believers, practitioners, applicants of this. And we wanted to share it, man. We wanted to come and say, hey, listen, no, this is the truth. If we apply it, we will see. He says in there, if you eat once every 3 days, you'll never be sick.
Be sick. I bear witness.
But before we look, I'm a scientist. I used to call Sister Denise and be like, man, I'm trying to make myself sick. I'm trying to catch this cold so I can try to see if this treatment works. And it's like you really gotta, once you get healthy, a lot of us, because of how we are born under this world, our parents under this world, we weren't born under this science of how to eat to live.
Right.
But if we adapted and we put our bodies back in its natural working fashion, man, it's almost hard to make yourself get sick.
It really is.
Sister Denise, I tried.
I don't know when the last time I've been sick. It's just,
This is the blessing. So family, listen, we just wanted to come and share this great news, right? This isn't good news. This is great news because in it, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he has a chapter called How to Live More Than 100 Years. And in that chapter, he teaches us that there is no set time for you and I to die.
That's
that
right.
We kill ourselves dead by what we think, drink, and eat. Man. So me and Sister Denise, we studied that. Look, we study in our particular
practices, right?
We study to reverse that daily thought killing, drink killing, and food killing, which is why we wanted to come. We're made of cells. So there's only 3 ways a cell dies. 2 of them are natural and good for you. The third one, that's our lifestyle, which creates necrosis. So if you have inflammation, if you have sickle cell, lupus, AIDS, cancer, COVID, you don't need nothing external. What you need to do is develop that lifestyle, and it's almost overnight. He said heaven and hell is a condition of your mind. So if you can put yourself in heaven overnight, don't let no doctor tell you you can't heal your body overnight, man. That's foolishness. Listen, hey sis, I gotta say this before we go.
Yes.
And look, if you break your bone, right? What happens instantaneously, the very second that you break that bone, your body will cause inflammation. And what this inflammation does is it rushes oxygen, nutrients, energy to that broken bone to immediately heal. If you cut your finger, what happens? That area becomes inflamed.
Right.
It sends nutrients, oxygen, energy to that cut to immediately heal it. So you can't tell me that when something inside of you that you can't see, your body instantaneously begins healing. Our lifestyle. See, now what you do, if you go home and you prop that broken bone up and you don't try to walk on it and it will heal.
Right.
If you go home and you try to keep doing everything you've been doing,
Yeah.
it might heal crooked, right? It might take long. The same thing with that cut. If they tell you to clean it and let it be aerated, right?
Right.
2-3 days, your cut's healed. If you keep it dirty and stuff, you might look at a week to 2 weeks. See, but it instantaneously starts to heal when it's injured.
Wow.
It instantaneously starts. What is the number? How do you know it's being? How do we know it's being healed? It says inflammation. Listen, so you gotta be careful about that inflammation and who's teaching you about it, because this is how your body rushes oxygen, nutrients, and energy to an injured site.
So it's not all bad, huh? The inflammation.
See, that's
wow.
This is now, depending on the doctor you're talking to. If that doctor is trying to sell you a drug, they're going to say this is bad. Listen, I have no problem with Dr. Satan, but his knowledge on inflammation was completely wrong. Necrosis, this is inflammation. A cut is inflammation. That's your body responds as an emergency signal. Inflammation is an emergency signal to stop and send aid to that area.
The body's always speaking, huh?
I studied how the body works, not what I could do to it.
Right.
And once I studied how the body works, it's easily, this is Anatomy 101. Yeah. We don't have to do anything.
Know yourself.
Gets rid of virus-infected cells. I just have to make sure my lifestyle supports apoptosis.
That part, as they say, that part.
Hey sis, man, listen.
Yes.
I want to thank you, sis, for letting me run today. Man.
You're welcome. I appreciate you and sharing that knowledge. That's, knowing yourself, like on that level, that's everything.
This is life or death.
Mm-hmm.
And we are either in a state of living. Your cells are either living or they're dying.
They're dying.
The beautiful part, we control all of that. I just want to show us how.
Right.
So, yeah.
All praises due to Allah. This has been wonderful. And you all, thank you for tuning in. And those that watch this on the replay, thank you as well. And share this out. Share this information out so it can benefit somebody else. Yes. All right. And let's see who we have any questions. I don't see any questions today. That's good. You did a good job, Brother Sean.
Awesome. All praises due to Allah. It was all said. It's already written.
Right. It's already breaking
it.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in, and you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam.